Okay. Try this one more time. It is Hanzo Noor here. Yeah, it's Hanzo Noor. And tonight I want to come at you real fucking hot with some great game and life advice. Let me make sure my shit's recording real quick. 1 second. Okay, it's recording. Nice. Wasn't sure about that one. Alright. So it is 2 a.m. in my city on a Monday night. And some people might ask, really no one's gonna ask, but I'm gonna ask it for them. Why the fuck am I out right now? Well, I'm out because I'm trying to improve my skill set. Not even trying to improve it really, I'm just trying to resharpen it to the point where it used to be at. But most people don't understand this. How do you do that? How do you even get this skill set to the point where it really feels like you're doing this to every club, like whatever this background is, it's kind of like you're doing that to the club around you, to the people's minds around you. Really, that was like a great backdrop. Could have picked a better, honestly. Props. No. So how do you do that? Well, it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, I'll tell you right fucking now, the key to this game, the number one thing to this game is consistency. You see, consistency is the end all be all when it comes to really improving your social skills and intuition. Like, consistency will take you, it's the weirdest thing, because it feels like, when you're starting out, it feels like these things can't change. Like, it feels like your social skills can't change at all. Because you're getting feedback from like damn near 95% of people of the same thing, of the same identity that you suspect to be true about yourself, which typically is like loser, fucking autistic, like not literally autistic, maybe literally autistic, who knows? Loser, shy, insecure, not worth anyone's time, invaluable. I don't think invaluable is the right word. Not valuable is what we'll use. Unworthy, passive, submissive. And you're getting that from 95% of your social environment, which you will buy into. It doesn't matter about anything, you'll buy into it. So how do you negate that? Well, you got to get some different feedback. Now, how do you get that? Because what makes the feedback change is you believing in something else. But if you don't have nothing to believe in, how do you just start believing? It might sound simple to the common mind, which is kind of like that law, like the more stupid the idea, the more genius it actually is. But, a lot of people think, I believe, I'm confident now. And sometimes that works. Like, the dumber the person, the more they can really pull off, like, I am a genius now. And you will believe me. I have a lot of stupid friends. Okay? A lot of them. But they act like a genius, they get treated like a fucking genius. I'm not advocating it because they can't, like, if it goes too far, the person picks up pretty quickly over time. They're actually not as smart as they said they are. Some people care, some people don't. I would rather be a lot more congruent than constantly being paranoid, like, wow, I'm definitely scamming these people and thinking like I'm something I'm not. It's how it goes. But okay, say you're not gonna go that route and you're gonna actually try to get different feedback that you can believe in. True feedback to real personality traits that you possess. Because believe it, I could say for most people, 60% of their personality, most people don't even know that they have. There's probably like a 60 to 70% part of your personality that's completely repressed, and people just have no idea about it. Your surroundings, even your family. It's not even that they don't have any idea about it, but they choose to ignore it, stay ignorant of it, because it would create too much social pressure on them. So unless you impose it and openly express it to the point where they feel the social pressure from your traits, that things are going to change, that things are about to do what this background is, they won't respond to it. And why is that? Because people only have so much time and energy to expend on things. It's the law of survival. You will only focus on things that are a threat or will help you to fuck or survive. So food, survival, pussy, fucking. So that is why you would most definitely, hold on one moment. Might have to recontinue this video later, but if not, I'm just gonna keep talking. Okay, cool. We don't have to. Whew, shit, I'm scared. Never know who's walking up behind you. You hear footsteps just like doop, 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 doop. Anyways, that's the second part. A threat. Your mind will cut off anything you are doing if you feel there is a threat to you. So if you hear footsteps behind you in the middle of the night, you will most definitely stop what you're doing, just like I did. If you're a sane, normal person, that's how people respond and react. So the part of your personality that doesn't get any attention typically has no kind of value to it, no threat. And I'm not saying to become a threat. Please don't do that. Okay, just read in between the lines here. Don't become a fucking threat. Why? Because you'll get fucking arrested. If this was back in the day, being a threat might be viable, but guess what? We're not cavemen anymore. You can't just go fucking smash someone's head in with a club, and I'm not advocating it. So, forgot what I was going to say, but don't go killing anybody. I feel like I shouldn't even have to say that. The reason why 70% of your personality will be blocked in, and the reason why the other 40 to 30% is acknowledged, isn't necessarily because it's valuable, but because people aren't mean, and they will choose, if you yourself as a person has value, they will arbitrarily pick the traits they want to pay attention to that make more sense, that makes it easier for them, for you to be in their life. And this refers to the massive rationalization mechanism we have as humans to pay attention and focus on what we must focus on, which makes our life much easier, or what we perceive as much easier. We focus on the aspects in a person that grants us maybe short-term gratification, and if it's a long-term thing, perceived long-term gratification, and we'll rationalize whatever to make that happen. So, okay, what does that have to do with going out at night? Well, how does all this knowledge compile me to being right in front of this motherfucking camera? Well, it's not about changing your behavior, but if you want to get the different feedback, and trust me, it's a spiral. It's a thing of momentum getting this feedback. You don't just pop out. Sometimes you do just pop out, you get feedback, but then you can't do it again the next night, and it really kind of fucks you over more. How do you get the feedback consistently? Consistency. Go out and just stay the fuck out. Like, if you cannot approach, just outlast the night. You need to get it to a point where it's so fucking boring being out. And I went through this. Like, I started from fucking baby steps trying to get my approaches up. I couldn't even approach fucking 3 people in a fucking night in a daytime event where there's like massive volumes of people. I couldn't even ask 3 people what the time was. It's not even like I have severe social anxiety, but I just knew, I thought it was like super weird, and it is, like, if you're coming from that perspective, but you could have 2 opposite perspectives and both of them be true.